When it comes to creating spring flower pots, keep in mind you can think beyond the spring and into the summer while you're coming up with ideas. Sara Antin with GardenStyle shares how you can repurpose some of your plants.
Okay, so we're talking about spring pots and how we can have drama and a lot going on in our pots when typically you go to the garden center and what you're finding is pansies, snapdragons. They're beautiful, but they're this big, right? So what I've done is I have incorporated a Hetz midget arborvitae. This gives me something going on here. I know where this baby's going after spring. It's going in my garden next to a bench, so I'm excited. This is variegated euonymus. I'm putting things in my spring planters that I'm going to get to repurpose. And not only that, my partner Danny's really excited about this. He loves spring lettuce. This is up high. No squirrels are going to get to this. No rabbits are going to get to this. It's going to be pretty. I love it. So we're doing things here that really repurpose with just 2 little 4-packs of annual color. Something I like to do, I've shared this before, is take a grapevine wreath, take it apart, and I just take one end, stick it in here. Then I've just planted everything, put in my moss, and how simple is that? That takes nothing to just stick some moss in there. Lastly, I'm sure you have twigs. I'm fortunate enough I have some gold twig dogwood, and I'm going to kind of make it look like a little wonderland of little trees in here. Cut that off, stick that in. There we go. This is so fun. I'm looking forward to repurposing this all in my garden, planting my euonymus, planting my little arborvitae, and eating my lettuce. Spring is a very short season. We get to enjoy it for maybe 6 to 8 weeks here in the Zone 5. So I have gotten a yellow twig dogwood. Love the size, love the scale. Underneath it, I'm gonna plant my little 6-pack of pansies, and Danny's gonna be so excited. Butter lettuce, his most favorite. And the rabbits, talk about a raised bed. This is one raised bed. So I like to place these before I plant them. So now I've done a nice setting of my pansies and my lettuce. If it gets really hot, my pansies are gonna peter out, but my lettuce is gonna be happy. I love it. And what do I always say gives this a nice professional look? Moss. It serves the purpose similar to mulch. It does keep the moisture in. I love just having it spill over a little bit. It doesn't need to stay within the confines of the pot. If you want, you can find at your garden center a craft store again, pre-made bird's nests, but it's spring. So I want a little bird's nest in my pot. This dogwood will have beautiful flowers on it, and I will enjoy it for several weeks, but until it does, I am going to take some faux dogwood blooms that, again, I got at a hobby store. We're just gonna tie these little babies on there. And I like to take this, if I have some of this left over, instead of worrying about cutting it, I wrap it around my finger, give it a little pull, and I think that looks really sweet.
And Sara says something else to remember, moss apparently makes planters look more professionally done.